Hi everyone, it's Chris. Welcome to Firms Consulting channel, where we focus on problem solving, leadership, communication, strategy, and other important business skills. Today we are going to focus on how to find a sponsor at work to help you fast track your career. While there is no single predictor of a successful career at highly competitive environments such as management consulting, banking, technology companies such as Amazon and Google, finding powerful sponsors is one of the proven sources to put you on the fast track. The first difference we need to address is the difference between mentors and sponsors, as there is often a confusion. At its core, mentors advise while sponsors act. Mentor provides advice and guidance and a sounding board. Mentor will listen to your issues and help you consider various alternatives. It is easier to get a mentor than to find a sponsor, and they will expect much less from you. Mentoring someone means providing advice, so it plays to person's ego. It is easy and safe. Sponsor may also provide an advice, but his or her main role is to raise your profile within the organization. A sponsor puts some of his or her political capital on the line to move your career forward. Of course, if you over-deliver, the sponsor's political capital will increase rather than decrease. But it is a gamble for a sponsor, since he or she has no control over your true commitment to the firm and your performance. In other words, sponsors, unlike mentors, have their skin in the game. They take a form of equity in your reputation. It's harder to find a sponsor versus a mentor because sponsorship requires a lot more effort and it is risky. Sponsorship means advocating on your behalf, sticking a neck out to help you raise your profile, representing your interests within the organization. Sponsors fight battles on your behalf. They intervene and make their presence known. In exchange, sponsors expect high performance, reliability, and loyalty. It is a two-way street. To find sponsors, you have to impress powerful and influential people. They must think that investing in you is worth their time and effort. If there is a good fit, sponsorship becomes a deeply productive relationship that is as beneficial to the sponsor as to the protege. Today, I want to share with you 11 ideas to help you find a sponsor and nurture the relationship. The ideas are directive, not definitive, and they are based on my experience in both consulting and banking. Number 1, do amazing work and be reliable. A strong work ethic is one of the top qualities senior people are looking for when deciding to sponsor someone. Never drop the ball and make important things happen. Remember that sponsors have to put some of their political capital on the line, so you need to consistently deliver. The easiest way to find a sponsor is a display of consistent high performance. Number 2, be loyal and trustworthy. Sponsorship is a two-way street. Sponsoring someone is risky and takes effort. So sponsors expect some degree of absolute loyalty from you, as well as trustworthiness. These two qualities, along with consistent high performance and reliability, are vital qualities to keep sponsor invested in you. And of course, if you turn on your sponsor, they will likely withdraw their support. Number 3, be hungry. Remember that sponsoring involves putting sponsor's reputation on the line to move your career forward. So sponsors want to know that you have the drive to see things through if an opportunity is given to you. Number 4, target suitable sponsors. Identify 2-3 influential and powerful people, ideally about 2 levels above you, who you want to be your sponsor. The more senior the better, although they should have some influence over your operational duties. Then look at every opportunity to work with them and help them. A good place to start is to think about what your sponsors truly value, and when, why, how, and where. Then deliver that value. If you are a management consultant and you manage to get on the project with one of your target sponsors, go all out. You need to leave the best impression possible. If you do, most likely your target sponsor will notice that you stand out and will start keeping you close, will ask you for help, put you on important assignments. They will rely on you, which reinforces the relationship. This is already a type of sponsorship because in management consulting, good people stay busy. So if you are busy, it implies that you are a good management consultant and you are valuable to the firm. Also, keep in mind that you need to periodically evaluate if you pick the right target sponsors. You may learn that the sponsor that you picked and invested a lot of time into does not deliver their side. Sometimes a sponsor may even be sabotaging you. If after a reasonably sufficient effort on your side, your target sponsor does not deliver his side of the deal, it's time to look for another sponsor. Nevertheless, don't worry, you have not wasted time. At the very least, there is now another person who will likely say good things about your work. Just be careful not to damage the relationship as you switch your focus to nurturing the relationship with another sponsor. Find some excuse so it is not taken personally. One potential excuse you can use, if it is at least partially true, is that you realize that you are really interested in the work that the other colleague is doing. Aim to have at least 2 sponsors within the organization and at least 1 sponsor outside the organization to keep your options open. I received this advice many years ago during my first year in management consulting. I worked with the same consulting partner, let's call him James, for many months. One of the principals told me that I need to invest in relationships with other senior people because James may leave the firm just like anyone else. So it is not wise to put all my eggs in the same basket. Unfortunately, I did not listen to the advice. At the time, it seemed against my values to purposefully disinvest in the relationship with James so that I can create some options for myself. James only had 2-3 people within the firm he relied on, and I was one of them. It was a tremendous honor. As you probably guessed, James left within a few months after I received this advice. He went to run a private equity business. James remained my sponsor, but now he was an external sponsor. In fact, as he was leaving, he told me, if you start a business, my firm will back you. So he indicated that he will continue to sponsor me even after he left because he believed in me. The issue was that I was not ready yet to start my own business. I wanted to continue my path to become a consulting partner, and I needed to find another sponsor fast. So I would strongly advise to hedge your bets and nurture the relationship with a few senior people. Number 7, join external groups or initiatives. If you have capacity and willing to invest to find a sponsor externally, joining a non-for-profit board in your field, or some other initiative or group where you will interact with powerful and influential people, is a great way to meet people who are otherwise untouchable. Yet make sure you're choosing the initiative that you are really genuinely interested in. Otherwise, when the going gets tough, you will either really struggle to keep going or you will quit. A good case in point is how Tim Ferriss used this trick to get hold of an untouchable person, which resulted in getting a book deal for the 4-Hour Workweek, which turned into a #1 New York Times bestseller and launched Tim's career. Long before Tim wrote his first book, back when he was just an average college grad, he volunteered for the Silicon Valley Association of Startup Entrepreneurs and offered to organize an event. His motivation for volunteering was to get to know the invited speakers. Tim used the event to get to know influential people. One speaker he decided to invite was Jack Canfield, co-creator of the Chicken Soup for the Soul. Tim co-emailed Jack to speak at the conference, and their friendship started from there. Tim kept the relationship going by keeping in touch via email long after the event. And eventually Jack introduced Tim to A-list book agents when Tim was ready with his first book proposal. Number 8, find mentors and turn them into sponsors. It is easier to start the relationship with senior people when they start with you as a mentor versus a sponsor. Mentorship is a low-stakes relationship for them. They don't have to do much work or risk their reputation. Yet you can use the relationship to build trust and credibility over time, to the point that the mentor sees you as an incredibly reliable and competent person, a rising star. And likely over time, mentor will become comfortable enough to become your sponsor. Number 9, give it time. Relationships take time to develop. It often surprises me when young people tell me they had a meeting and it was not useful. It takes several meetings to start developing the relationship. You have to invest over many months consistently displaying high performance, reliability, loyalty, and trustworthiness before an average sponsor will be comfortable enough to stick his neck out for you. If you are a consultant within a major firm, often people within the firm will sponsor you naturally if you have done an outstanding work for them for at least 6 months, but a year. The more they know you, the longer you worked for them without ever dropping the ball, the more comfortable they will be with talking you up. This brings us to an important point: never drop the ball. Even if you feel you can't finish the work, either find someone to finish it instead of you, or renegotiate the deadline, or finish it no matter how tight you are. Number 10, two-way street. Sponsorship should be a mutually beneficial alliance. If you have a sponsor, you are likely a part of his powerful group that is elbowing, pushing, assisting the sponsor. In some way, this is a transactional relationship. In other words, both parties are benefiting. The protege's role is to always deliver excellent results, be loyal to the sponsor, and add value whenever possible to help strengthen the sponsor's profile and further the sponsor's interests within the organization. Number 11, search for sponsors with real power. Try to find sponsors with real power. It is a human nature to target a sponsor that we see as similar to us or as a role model. Yet ask yourself, what do you really need from the sponsor? Does it really matter? Even if the sponsor differs greatly from you and you do not plan to emulate their leadership style. As long as your sponsor is well positioned to play their role well, help you get promoted, help you get important assignments, raise your profile, that is what you need to focus on. You do not need to like them. Push back on your natural inclination to only seek sponsors that are similar to you. Seek sponsors with real power, even if they are outside of your comfort zone. That said, of course, only select sponsors whose value system is aligned with yours. If you are like myself, not a white male, you will need to work a lot harder. It is our tendency to select someone in the prime comfort zone, a mini-me protege. This for most senior people in management consulting, banking, top technology companies in developed countries is usually a white male with some similarities to the person's background, maybe religion, school they went to. In the face of these silent but potent forces, it is little wonder that fewer minorities have a sponsor and that the career of many promising minorities die on the vine. So minorities have a much smaller chance to be tapped on the shoulder by a sponsor and be invited into a special little group that the senior person works with. Our consistent excellence has to be in leaders' face to get noticed. How crucial it is to find a sponsor. Sponsorship by someone senior with real power is really helpful. You get access to opportunities, your name gets tossed into a hat for important assignments, and someone backs you up during performance evaluation discussions. Yet don't stress about it too much. It is just one of the ingredients in highly competitive environments like management consulting, banking, technology companies. It is not the most important ingredient. If you do great work and make sure that it is visible to as many people as possible, you will get support. For example, in management consulting, people depend on each other. Everyone needs to look good in front of people at higher levels. Even principals and engagement managers often act like groupies when a partner is in the room. And they need you to never drop the ball. They need you to make them look good every time for every piece of the project puzzle. Same goes for partners. They need to impress senior partners. They need to impress clients. And senior partners need to impress other senior partners and clients. So in management consulting, nothing trumps an excellent delivery record. So while you should target the relationships with powerful sponsors, never prioritize nurturing the relationships with powerful sponsors over maintaining stellar performance. Should you ask someone to be your sponsor? I think it is a terrible idea to ask someone to be your sponsor. It is something that has to be offered to you. It is something that has to be earned. It is like asking for romantic love. They either love you or they don't. You can't ask them to love you, but you can try to earn it. The same goes for sponsorship. You cannot force it. It needs to be earned, and once it is earned, you need to consistently maintain the trust and support of your sponsor. My advice is look for influential and trustworthy people who are fair and who care about junior employees and the organization. Do the best work you can for them, and most of them will sponsor you when it matters. For example, if you're a young consultant who canceled weekend plans to help a principal, who on Friday evening was asked by a partner to put together a proposal by Sunday evening to go to the client by Monday evening. This is the type of thing most people will remember. Do a couple of things like that and you will be in the league of your own. And you will not need to ask people to be your sponsor. They will sponsor you and it will be the most natural thing in the world for them to do. In fact, they will not feel that they are risking their political capital by recommending you. They will likely feel that they are raising their political capital by recommending you because you always deliver. The last piece of advice is don't forget to play on the both sides of the equation. Nurturing relationships with sponsors as well as with your proteges. Make a deliberate investment in 2 or 3 junior people who are reliable and consistent high performers. If you found this video helpful, you will really enjoy our advanced episodes, and you can receive sample episodes if you go to firmsconsulting.com/promo. Enter your email address and we're going to send you a series of emails with various episodes from our advanced programs. I hope you are staying safe and healthy. I hope you are using this time to take care of your family, take care of yourself, but also use it as an opportunity to transform your career. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm looking forward to see you next time.